Hi, Jack here. I've just got a couple of notes on today's podcast. One, sorry it's been so long. This was recorded in early May, and while I have been chipping away at it for a while, I had to put it on the back burner due to the demands of my day job. Two, it was a particularly rainy day in England when we recorded this, so you might hear some unusual background noise from time to time. That's all I've got. Enjoy the podcast. All right, welcome back to CollaboRadio, folks. Sorry it's been quite a long time, but we are so happy to be back with you. I am Jack or Jawka. We also have Steve, also known as ThinkFishTank.
Hey.
And we also have Dom, who is also known as Riverman.
Hello.
Nice.
Yay, here we fucking go.
Here we fucking go. Just gonna sneak that in somewhere. Here we fucking go.
Yeah.
I missed that on the last podcast, the Here We Fucking Go.
I think I snuck it in,
Yeah,
but it was kind of late. It was much
right.
late.
Yeah,
That's
but
all right.
it's not the same. It's not the same. It's not the same.
Damn it. I'm sorry. I tried, Jack.
It's all right. I appreciate it. It's the thought that counts.
I know.
And Pat sends his well wishes as well. Unfortunately, he had to sit this one out, but he wishes all of us the best. So,
Did he say that, or is that an assumption?
I mean,
he wishes us terrible.
He wishes us the absolute worst.
Yeah.
You guys are doing a podcast without me? Fuck you.
Fuck you guys.
Yeah, he basically just gave us the go-ahead to go without him. But anyway, on this episode, we're going to be talking about our latest mixtape called Up Late. It's our latest collaborative mixtape that we put together, kind of putting a sort of nighttime, chill, kind of laid-back kind of feel.
Nice.
And we were thinking this time maybe we could do kind of a commentary where we'll play our tracks and talk a bit about each of them as we hear them. But all right, gents, if you are ready, I will begin rolling it in.
All right.
Yeah, so I had the privilege of opening this album, and I wanted to go for a kind of just sort of easing into the nighttime, a kind of dusk thing, where all the crickets and stuff are starting to come out. And I feel like I cheated on this track.
Oh, yeah?
Because the only thing that it's sampled is the speech you're hearing, which is philosopher Alan Watts.
I was wondering.
I ran across some of his lectures, and really interesting and good stuff. I actually recommend him highly. He touches on lots of interesting things, but this one struck me in particular as relevant.
This track actually reminds me of a track that Pat made a few years back called The Light, which also samples Alan Watts. It has a very similar vibe, I think.
Oh, really? Haven't heard that.
Yeah, it's on his Sound Traveler 2013-2015
Oh, right.
album.
Oh, yeah.
It's a really good track. You should definitely check it out.
Yeah, I'll have to look into that.
I don't think we've ever said that the music on our collaborative stuff has to be Plunderphonics or anything like that. So
No. It just needs to encapsulate a certain vibe, I think. And you can do that with or without samples.
yeah, exactly.
Oh, definitely, but I just know that Plunderphonics is kind of our main thing. But yeah, this is all this is all using various.
You know, it's an intro track. You
Yeah.
know, it's not that important, I don't think.
Yeah.
It's not important. Says Don. This track doesn't matter.
I didn't mean it like that.
I know. That's not.
Sorry,
what you
Jack.
meant. But yeah, I just used various synths that I was fucking around with.
I just mean like it's just setting things up. You
Yes,
know?
I gotcha.
It's not the full meat and potatoes.
Suddenly find yourselves sitting around in this room with all your
Yeah, even the outro is very similar because the outro ends with just Alan Watts talking on the Pat's track.
Sorry for accidentally ripping you off, Pat. Fuck.
Oh, plagiarism. Unknown plagiarism.
Shit.
could be.
Happens all the time.
Yeah, really.
All right, Dom.
All right,
you got?
I forget what we jump into. What track 2 is? Under the Stars Tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is
Yep.
mine.
All right. Tell us a little bit.
This one was originally an outtake from the Great Odyssey album.
Oh yeah.
So basically, what you said was like,
It's,
this one sucks. Let me put it on a Collaborate release.
Not exactly. I really like the track, but I just felt like it didn't fit anywhere on the album.
No, this one's awesome.
So,
yeah, I really dig this.
Yeah. So yeah, this one is all samples from vinyl, just like the Great Odyssey stuff.
Did you find that you were using some of the same samples throughout the album when you were doing Great Odyssey?
It's the same samples.
Like, did you use samples more than once, or?
No, not really.
Okay.
They're just similar samples, and my production just kind of like carries the vibe, I guess.
Totally. Good for you, man. That's awesome.
What is this, like a Spanish guitar, or what do you call that?
It's actually from like a new age record. It's like a new age guitar record with like guitar and synths and stuff. Okay. The synthesizer that you sort of hear behind it, and the guitar is actually from the same sample.
Oh, wow. Yeah, this one's dope. I like the sort of like the vocals in the back. I don't know what you call that kind of.
Yeah, the kind of ethereal kind of.
Yeah, that's actually Enya. That is.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, you can kind of tell now that I'm hearing it.
Yeah. Yeah, this definitely sounds like it's come from space.
Yeah, this definitely would have fit on Great Odyssey, but I'm happy we have it on here because it's a good opening track.
Yeah.
Kind of sets the mood. Oh yeah, that bit too. I forgot about this bit. You got that trumpet back there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's really neat.
Yeah. That's with the vocal samples is the 3 degrees, I think. Just one of those like weird anomalies where a sample shouldn't work with the track, but it does.
I love those though.
I love that.
Yeah.
When you're just on a whim, you just try two things that
just happen to line up.
Just, like,
yeah.
Right, just like a magical connection.
Yeah. It's happened to me only a handful of times, but it's magical whenever it does. All right, and this next track is one of Pat's.
Oh yeah. Stick Around by p.sus.
Yeah, this was the lead single, right?
I think you could call it that, yeah.
I mean, we did release it first out before everything else, before the mixtape was even finished.
Right, I forgot about that.
And also, for anyone who is paying super close attention, we also cut the track short slightly from the original.
Oh yeah. Was there a sample in the end that?
There was like an end section, like I guess an outro to the track.
Right.
But either Pat had already used it somewhere else, or it just like didn't fit. I couldn't remember.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you can find, this is the single and this version are slightly different, but
As is sometimes the case.
Yeah.
With single songs and the album version of those.
Usually, though, it's the other way around. Usually, the album version is longer.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, the radio edit is usually tightened up. I love this bit right here.
Yeah.
This is definitely my favorite part.
I like the, I don't know what they are, like the percussion sounds. There's like melodic percussion sounds.
Yeah.
There's like a Bit Crush like record scratch that I like. I don't know what really is done to that, but it sounds really cool. So that sound.
Yeah. Yeah, this is smooth. Very, very, very p.sus.
Don't you ever think how crazy it is that he actually like does this shit for us.
Yeah.
Like, once upon a time, we were just like fanboys, and now he's like actually like giving us tracks.
It's kind of crazy, isn't it?
That's how the world works, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
Oh god. Incredible.
Nice outro.
And this next one is City Lights by Jeesh. Fun little fact about this
one
track.
was very, very last minute, from what I remember.
Yeah, peek behind the curtain.
I believe he sent us
Typical
a version
Josh.
of this, which we put up, and then he finished the track, and then he was like, "Wait, put this one up instead." And so, depending
the
on
exact
how
same thing
early
happened
you,
with Great Odyssey as well.
yeah.
Now,
The first version of his remix for my album was like a minute and a half long, and then he spent like an extra day on it. So for a whole day, there was just this really like short track of his on there, and then a day later, he gives me the finished like 3-minute version.
I don't think anyone actually downloaded our album while the temporary version of Jesus Check was actually on there.
Ooh,
So I don't think
yeah.
anyone has it.
It'll be
but
an
you could have,
ultimate
in theory,
limited
if you were
edition.
quick. Yep.
There were some other issues as well. I think I accidentally uploaded like unbalanced versions of the tracks where I'd spent all evening making the tracks like volume balanced so that nothing was too loud or too quiet.
Yeah, right.
And then I uploaded the old versions anyway.
Right.
we didn't notice for like at
Like
least
one
an
does.
hour.
we messed up. We mucked up a bunch of the release, and we were also like 12 hours late or something. But it was all right. Nobody noticed.
No.
Yeah, that bit is sick.
Yeah.
I like the pitch down samples.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah, I think I don't know what it is about when you pitch samples down, but it definitely contributes to the atmosphere, the kind of laid back sort of vibe.
That's why Vaporwave's so popular.
Yeah.
Now, do we know any of the sample sources on this? There's like flashing lights, right?
Yeah, at the very end. That's the only one I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. Twink, 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 twink.
Oh, yeah. I remember he was talking to me. He's like, "Oh, this works really well, but I don't want to get sued." And I was like, "Do it. Do it."
Yeah, exactly. That's usually our mindset, you know.
I was like, "It works, and it's quick enough.
Exactly.
Do it." Hey.
Oh, this is me.
Yeah, this is you, Steve. This is Perfume
This is my one
On.
track on the album. This is Perfume On, ThinkFishTank.
Yeah.
This is sampling Lana Del Rey's video games, which I had a lot of fun cutting up because there's just, I kind of like working with like pop songs like that because like when you listen to it, there's a lot of times like single notes and stuff or like lines that really like speak to you. And it's fun to just like pull those out of context and like create something new. And then I just added some spacey synths and stuff, and I'm pretty happy with how it came out. Actually.
Yeah, man.
I think your track is actually the most liked and reposted track on the SoundCloud upload.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes me
man.
feel good, because like there's a bunch of good shit on that album.
And then.
Wow, that's awesome.
And then we had one of the people who bought our albums, Jawka, said, "Perfect for late night drives or chill out sessions to sit and relax. Very nice collection of tracks. Favorite track, Perfume On."
Nice.
So-
Shout out to Jormix, by the way.
Yeah.
He's a pretty talented producer as well. So maybe we'll get him involved at some point.
Yeah. I'll have to check out more of his stuff.
I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. Joromix? That seems right?
It's either Jawka or
So
Jawka.
it seems like a play on Pogo Mix to me. That's what it sounds like anyway.
Perhaps.
That's fair.
I don't want to assume that. Sorry. If I'm
Right.
Right.
Lord.
So this bit I wrote at the or one of these sections I literally added at the last hour. This bit right here. This whole section. we were an hour away from release, and I just wrote this.
Yeah.
Because I was like, it needs something a little bit more.
That's something we tend to do a lot. Where we're coming up to the deadline, we're like, wait, shit, more.
Well, it's tough, it's like music, just like any art, is like, it's obviously never done. So you kind of have to wrestle with yourself of like, when do you stop? When do you keep working on it? It's really tough. I mean, at least for me, it's like, I never know when to stop working on a song.
Yeah, it's tough for me too, considering I've never fucking released an album.
Right.
For this exact reason.
You get like George Lucas syndrome, where you just like want to keep going back.
Yeah, exactly. But like, you have to just leave it alone, because it's like a product of who you were at that exact moment. You know what I mean? Like, so even though you're like, well, I fucked this bit up and this bit sounds bad,
I mean,
it's like,
this is going off topic a little bit, but I remastered my first two EPs.
Oh yeah, that's
recently.
right.
And I don't actually have the project files for those anymore. But even though like I'm not a fan of some of the mixing on my early projects, I wouldn't change them, just because it's like, I feel like it would it would take away something, I think, from like who I was at that point in time if I mixed it differently now.
Yeah.
There is something to be said for mixing that is slightly messy or imperfect. Just because I remember there have been some instances where I've heard remastered versions of tracks and just thought like, oh, yes, it's much cleaner, but that something's missing now. But
yeah, I agree. But we should talk about.
I would say, but anyway,
track at
before we get off topic, so this is
Going to Aruba by Evil Man Penguin featuring Riverman.
Yeah.
And this one's pretty awesome, because our buddy Ethan, Evil Man Penguin, was showing me some beats one night, and I was like, oh, this one's dope. Yeah. And it was a couple sections of this really cool beat.
Watch out.
And then Dom worked his magic and turned it into like a full on. I don't know how long this is. Is it a couple minutes?
2 minutes and 30 seconds, give or take.
Yeah. I like that sample right there. I don't know what that is. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Which sample?
That one right there, that vocal sample.
The Days. That
Yeah,
one?
yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's Bobby Darin. That is.
That is. That's nice. Yeah, you whipped this up in like a couple of hours, I think.
It was on the night, and I just it didn't take me very long at all to make. Just kind of came together nice.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it was pretty good to start with.
Yeah. Yeah, great starting material.
That's just it. All you need is like really nice, I guess, bass line to just build on. And it's kind of easy, I think, sometimes.
No doubt.
Oh,
I kind of want to do more of this stuff where we just sort of like collaborate on tracks. It's always some of my favorite stuff.
This part is me scratching like a sine wave on a vinyl.
Nice.
Whoa.
Yeah.
It sounds pretty sweet. I never really thought about that.
There's one moment where you snuck in. There it is, the vocal of somebody saying sampling.
Yeah, sampling.
Love it.
Sampling, yeah.
I couldn't believe it. I found a record from the 60s that says sampling on it. It's just too perfect. You can't not use that.
So you had
Exactly.
to. You had to.
I found a sample before, but I don't remember where. I've used it somewhere. Sampling.
Yes.
We're going to Aruba. Oh, that was awesome. That's honestly one of my favorite songs on the mixtape.
Yeah.
It speaks to me.
Yeah. So this is Moonlit Beach by Blame Illuminati. And I believe Blame Illuminati is actually a friend of Dom's.
Yes.
Yeah.
He lives pretty close to me. I see him on occasion. We went to college together, music tech, all that shit.
Oh, sweet.
So we've been friends for a while, and he's a really talented producer. And I just wanted to, I guess, just like give him a slot on the album because he's really good.
Yeah, I'd love to talk to him sometime.
Yeah, it's great to have. It's nice to have like some new blood in the mixtape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He actually released an EP recently.
Oh,
so,
shit. What's it called?
How Times Change or something like that.
Alright.
It's on his SoundCloud page.
Nice.
Just put a link in the description.
Sweet.
I guess.
Yeah, we gotta plug that.
Don't forget to blame Illuminati, no
Yeah.
matter what you do.
Yeah, I'd love to ask him how he came up with that name.
Yeah, I've never actually asked him either. It's an interesting name for sure.
Actually, and blame is in all caps, and so I'm wondering if it like stands for something, or if it's just emphasizing to place the blame on the Illuminati. I don't know. Makes good
Who
music
knows?
regardless. Was this done mostly with just guitar?
There is a lot of guitar in it, yeah, quite clearly. I think I can hear some, but it sounds like a door closing as well. In there.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
It's a nice touch.
Nice.
With like the delay on it,
Yeah.
or whatever it is. It's a cool sound. Alright, we got Through the Night. This is a p.sus track.
This is
right?
the shortest track, right?
Yeah.
It's only like a minute long.
Yeah,
It's awesome though.
it's an interlude of sorts.
I'm gonna sample you saying it's an interlude now. That's gonna be a great sample.
You're welcome.
It's an interlude now. Welcome to the interlude.
I'm your host. Interlude.
Welcome to the interlude would be a cool album name. I mean, it's kind of a confusing name,
I'm
but
pretty sure that's Pat on the vocals there.
Oh yeah.
wait, what vocals? I missed it.
Oh, well, they're gone now. Sorry.
Oh, right, that bit.
There we are.
Right.
Oh yeah. That's got to be him.
He's always sneaking his voice into things. Is that him being like, yeah?
Nice.
I've definitely snuck my voice onto a couple songs.
Oh, as have I.
It's a little more subtle.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever have because I hate my voice.
Aw.
Yeah, I mean, does anyone really love their own voice?
I don't hate my
Like,
voice.
Narcissists do.
You don't hate your voice?
I don't hate it. I think there
Well,
are
you should.
certainly times where it's like,
Just kidding. That
oh
That was
boy,
totally uncalled for.
I know. So this is Nightlight by Belinsky, and yeah, was this our first time having Bill on?
No.
No, he's
No.
on the last one as well.
Oh
He
shit!
was in the air.
Of course he was.
He was like track 2, I believe.
Yeah.
Or 3, or whatever it was, yeah.
He was
Yeah,
definitely there though.
Yep.
We gotta have him on sometime.
Well, he's now an official, member of Collaborate. So, he's on the roster.
Yeah, I'm saying we should have him on the show. I'd love to
Oh,
talk
on
to him.
this show, yeah. Oh,
Yeah, I'd love to talk with him.
We'll get him on.
Yeah.
We'll kidnap him and force him to talk to us.
So, Bill, how's it going? Please don't pick up.
Just on time, guys.
It's like, and he's packing his bags as we speak, getting into the car, running far away.
Oh, this bit is awesome.
Where does Bill live? Does anyone know? I know it's on the website, but I can't remember now.
I want to
Somewhere
say
in the
he's-
south.
I want to say last time I recall, I believe it was Florida, but I'm not sure.
No,
sounds
not
like-
anymore. I remember Pat saying if he was still in Florida, they'd hang out all the time. So that says to me he's
Oh,
not in
okay, so
Florida.
he's probably
gotcha.
not there anymore.
Gotcha.
But he's around.
Yeah, this bit is awesome right here.
That bass.
Yeah, it's so sick. Yeah, everything that's happening right in this section is really cool.
Yeah.
Again, wasn't this track pretty last minute as
I
well?
believe it was actually.
I think at least him finishing it was, yeah.
Yeah,
he
he'd been
may
working
have-
on it for a while, but he finished it pretty last minute.
Well, it's
I
kind of,
remember he
we
was
all
like,
did that.
I wish I could work on it more, and we was just listening to it, and it's like, what could you possibly do
Yeah, what do you-
more to this?
Just stop. It's great. That's the good thing about working as a group is that we can all be like, no, that's good, or like, no,
We can tell each other when
we
to
rarely
stop.
say that, but normally it's like one of us is like, it's not good enough, and then the rest of us are like, no, it's perfectly fine. Like, you get sort of stuck in your own head with that sort of production mindset, which can be good sometimes, but other times it's good to just hear an outside source being like, nope, it's good.
Yeah. And up next, we have Time Stopping by our very own Riverman.
This is where the album gets boring, sorry.
What?
Well, it is called Time Stopping.
It's the more ambient part, because we started off more kind of upbeat, and then...
Yeah, that was actually the main concept of the album, wasn't it? That it would start out like kind of upbeat, like early night, like nightlife, and then it would like simmer down towards the end and become more ethereal and calm.
Yeah. I like the use of the ticking of the clock that you put in there.
Yeah, in the second half of the track, the BPM of the track actually starts to slow down, and so does the ticking of the clock as well.
Nice.
So it's kind of trippy.
Yeah, what did you sample something for this?
It's a guitar sample that I like stretched the fuck out and reverbed and added like wow and flutter effects to it and stuff like that. So it's super like wavy and droney.
Yeah. Oh, that's always fun to mess around with. I remember... I
almost fell asleep
Yeah.
there for a second.
I was like, I remember, and then I completely forgot what I was about to say, so I remember nothing.
This is extremely relaxing. This might be one of those dangerous to drive songs.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you could definitely listen to this song on a car. I mean, this album on a car ride, but once you get to this bit, it gets a little dangerous.
Yeah, depending
we
on
should
the
have
time
like
of night.
a warning sticker on it.
Warning, please stop listening now.
Do not listen to this if you are operating heavy machinery.
Or driving a motor vehicle. The delta waves will make you fall asleep. And you will die.
Oh yeah, there goes the clock. Or the metronome or whatever it is.
It's actually a watch. It's a watch
right.
ticking.
Nice.
It's pretty cool. See, this is the fun thing about doing this, is like we can find out little nuances of the tracks that we didn't know. Like that's a watch ticking. That was something. I don't know what that sound was. Who's drinking out of a keg right now? Somebody got a kegger going on? Jack, we all know.
You got me.
We now know what you're doing. Nice. All right, what is next?
Twilight Life by p.sus.
Nice.
Again, pretty ambient track, but less so than this one. Originally, my two tracks were going to be put together, but we thought, it's a bit much. So
Oh, yeah.
have something
'Cause one of them-
slightly
yeah.
more upbeat in between them.
Right, because Pool of Eternal Midnight, which is the next track, it's 7.5 minutes.
Yeah.
And so that combined with the other two.
I apologize for that.
No, I mean, it definitely, I think the length is all just part of the mood and the vibe at that time.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to make it any shorter because that's just the way it came out, but it definitely goes on.
Yeah.
I mean, if this was an ambient album, like full ambient album, it wouldn't matter because you know, length in ambient tracks is completely not an issue,
Right.
Because you know, it's just music to absorb yourself in and kind of lose track of time in. But when it's an album like this, which is not just ambient but other genres as well, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Well, we should mention somewhere down the turnpike, somewhere down the road, there are plans for an ambient collaborate album
Yes.
or EP
We'll probably,
or something.
I think we should do that one after the next one. We should do something a bit more upbeat
Yeah.
for the next project.
Yeah.
And then I guess have a rotation of like upbeat album, chill album, upbeat album,
chill album.
I just think it'd be cool to have, mix up the genre a little bit.
Yeah.
I think that would be a great way of doing it.
Yeah.
Because ambient, I don't write ambient, but we have a bunch of people on, that do.
Yeah. Fuck, I still need to find. Way back in the day, before Collaborate was formed, me, Dom, and Milo were going to make an ambient collaborative album.
Never happened.
And it never happened.
I had like 3 iterations of tracks that I was going to put on that, and it got to the point where it was like, these tracks are too old, I need to make new ones. And then I made new ones, and then you guys still weren't ready.
Yeah.
And then I made new ones again.
Yeah. I was just like I've got the stuff written and it's exported and everything, but I'd kind of want to go back and improve my production a bit. But unfortunately, I'm not sure I have the project file anymore.
I mean, I want to make an actual ambient collaborative project with Milo.
Yeah.
Where we're actually making tracks together.
Yeah.
I need to get on to him about that because I really want to get started on that.
Yeah, and then you were talking about like incorporating some actual instrumentation, like from Milo, and
you as well.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Yeah, I'd be down.
Yeah, just whatever.
Probably something with my violin, because I haven't really done much with that in my tracks at all. I should play around with that. Huh. The things I realize while listening to music with the two of you.
Yeah, you should actually record some things, like even if I'm not working on anything at the moment, and just send them to me.
Totally.
See if I can do anything with them.
Yeah,
Maybe I'll get some inspiration.
Maybe. We'll see.
So, sorry, I fell asleep again there for a second.
Good Lord.
Listening to the ambient drones. So, what is our next project if it's not the ambient?
Well, the other one was 808, right?
I was gonna say,
Right,
what
right,
about
Collaborate
808? Yeah.
That's definitely upbeat.
See,
That's
I'm excited about
hip-hop-y,
that, yeah.
Hip-hop stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be a
Oh,
really
here we go.
I've got one track I'm working on for that, actually. I mean, it'd be cool if we could get some actual, like, lyricists on there. That'd be pretty neat.
That
but I
would
don't
be
know
pretty
if we know
neat.
anybody.
Yeah, I'm not sure that would happen.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of just cool as beats anyway, but...
Yeah, plus it's kind of risky, it's pretty hard to find decent lyricists, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And a bad lyricist or a bad rapper or whatever will fuck it up and make shit.
Right. That's fair.
Okay, so now for the
Yes.
worst track on the album.
No. And now for the most ambient track on the album, Pool of Eternal Midnight by Riverman. Yeah, this gives me the feeling of like it's twilight, the moon is shining, and I am suspended in water, but I can still breathe. Time is just come to a standstill.
concept because time was stopping before and now time has stopped.
Yes.
How long is this one?
7.5
It's
minutes.
7.5 minutes.
Oh, are we in the bonuses now?
No.
Or no, this
No.
is the end of the album.
No, not
No,
quite.
this is not quite.
Okay, right, my bad. I
Yeah,
feel like I
we've still
should know
got
this.
We've still got my track and Milo's track.
Oh, right, before we get to the bonuses, right?
We won't bother with the bonuses. I don't.
Yeah, let's not
I say
bother.
Milo's will be the last one after this one.
Right.
That's the true ending
Yeah.
to the mixtape. The bonuses are just whatever extras.
Mm-hmm.
Extras for those loyal purchasing fans.
Mm-hmm.
God bless all 2 of you.
Hey, it's more than 2.
I know,
I
I
forget
know.
what it is now.
That's just kind of a running gag.
We had some very generous donations,
Yes.
and the money goes to either a good cause or helping fund more music. It goes to both.
Yes.
So, you can feel good about where your money goes when you donate to CollaboRadio, because it's either a charity or it's helping us generate more music and create more content.
And oftentimes both.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like this one will, it's 50-50. So all the money we make for us will go right back into the, the website and the podcast and all that.
50% of all proceeds benefit the Organization for Autism Research. So,
Nice.
thank you for your donations.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sorry about the silence here, folks. We're just kind of like, whoa.
I've noticed we started speaking softer since this track started.
Yeah, this one is definitely sort of sleep-inducing in a good way. I mean,
Yeah.
not like it's tedious, but like you could really drone out on this.
Yeah, it's very relaxing. Frankly, in this day and age, it's a wonderful thing to have.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I pretty much rely on stuff like this, like every day, to just keep me sane.
Yeah. It's pretty neat, like, to have like music that can, help you relax and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
I mean, music has a lot of merits beyond just entertainment.
Yeah, it has healing properties to it. It especially for me. I mean, I have a lot of issues with just day-to-day things, and music helps me tremendously.
Absolutely.
And was this another instance with this track of you stretching samples out and verbing them?
Yeah, it's super stretched.
Yeah.
Yeah, what kind of instrument? Or what kind of soundscape?
I actually can't remember. It's multiple things in there. It's like pretty layered.
Yeah.
There's some stretched vocals in there. Some stretched synthesizers. Yeah, loads of stuff.
Any strings in there?
Maybe.
Because it sounds a little bit like an orchestra tuning up. A little bit.
Yeah, it could be. It could be like synthesized strings, maybe. I'm not sure. And this last section, which is just coming up, samples a monologue from the Russian dystopia movie Stalker. I don't know if anyone's seen that film.
Oh, no, I
But
haven't.
it's a very cool movie, and the sample that I used just fit the vibe perfectly, I think. I washed it out quite a bit, so you can't really tell what it is, but that's what it is.
Well, we have a brief moment. We could give a shout out to Josh for doing all the album artwork
Oh, yeah.
and all the design stuff, which came out really well.
Yeah.
And I think the photo is actually the photo on the album art is Pat.
Yes.
Pat took that photo, and also Milo worked on it as well. So shout out to all three of those guys for all the
very
art.
collaborative process coming up with that album art.
Yeah, I love it. Pretty dope.
Collabo 3.
Collabor 3. Collabor 3.
Collab 3.
Yeah.
Lord.
All right.
All right, and our closing
So
track.
here we go. Final track.
Yes,
After Dark.
by Sapien Alien.
We're going to Aruba.
I need more Milo tracks in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He needs to make more music.
He does. Or I wonder if.
Well, he's doing some stuff with a band, and he's doing some synth stuff with another musician. I've listened to some of his stuff. It's crazy. I don't know when it's coming out, but it's really good. It won't be Sapien Alien, but it's
But he's
some
still
really cool
involved,
stuff.
so that's cool.
Yeah, it's just saying. I've heard the goods.
Are you bragging on the radio, Steve?
Yeah, I'm doing a little name drop. Yeah, what was that, bragging on the radio?
Yeah.
Yeah. That should be the name of this podcast.
Pretty much.
Except us bragging is just talking about listening to our friends' music.
Yeah.
It's pretty sad.
From a certain point of view.
Yep.
I'm really curious how much of this is stuff that he's sampled and how much of it is stuff that he's actually played himself.
I'm assuming it's all his instrumentation. I don't think there's any samples in this.
Yeah, I would
That's
guess
awesome.
this is an original composition.
Again, it begins with a track with no samples, sort of, and ends with a track with no samples, so it's interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
There's some symmetry for you.
I like this loungy bit here.
Yeah.
Me too. It's nice to listen to all this stuff again because I, kind of forgotten.
Yeah.
Or, honestly, I've only listened through this, I think, once. So this is really good.
Yeah.
There's definitely some nuance in some of these tracks that, kind of missed.
I definitely think this is the best one we've made so far. Concept-wise.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
just
that's
comes
fair.
together. It just comes together really well. There's
Yeah.
no hiccups in the track listing at all.
Right. There's no ba-da-da-da-das in there, so that's...
It's also a really funny moment, so. But there's none of that.
Yeah, In the Air is much more fun, but
Yeah,
this is the better album of the two,
that's fair.
for sure.
Yeah.
Everyone brought their A game.
This outro is just heaven. I love it. It's perfect. It's the perfect ending. It's like dawn. It's like dawn has come. It's like the
Yep,
end
you
of
can
the
hear
night.
the sun rising. Yeah, it's awesome.
Magical. I wasn't tired before, but I am now.
Yeah. That is the magic of music.
It's amazing how the second half of this album just completely like takes it out of you.
Yep. Yeah, we should mention this is kind of a late recording. Speaking of being up late,
Yeah.
for me and Jack, it's not 10 o'clock yet, but for Dom, it is well past. We're nearing 3 a.m. Is that true?
Yeah, it's nearly 3, but that's nothing for me. You know, I'm up this late anyway, usually.
Yep. Nice. That was beautiful.
All
Lovely.
right. So that was Up Late by Collaborate.
Ooh.
Great.
It was really
8 out of 8.
I hate.
but it's fate.
Is this how it's gonna go now? It's just puns until we run out of steam.
I mean, yeah, especially if we do CollaboRadio, like we're gonna be pretty pun heavy.
Yeah.
Or is that really a pun, or it's more like a There's probably another word for that, but yeah, same realm.
It's wordplay.
It's similar to Collaborate Bit, if you think.
Yeah,
about
exactly. Yep. We need a Collaborate Bit too, by the way.
We
You know, I
do.
think
We do.
I think that'd be great.
I'm pretty disappointed by how that album's held up over the years. I want
Oh,
to
yeah?
kind
What do you
of
mean?
have a second go with it. I just
Okay.
don't like the album that much. It's
Oh,
just
really?
personal. It's just a personal thing.
Well, I mean, honestly, that was our first like attempts at doing.
Yeah,
stuff
exactly. I mean,
together.
it's fucking like 6 years old now.
Right.
And, you know, all of us have gotten better since then. I think that's
Right.
just it, really. You know, I feel like I could do a better job than what I did on that
Yeah,
album.
for sure.
Yeah. I just remember, like, apparently I did some sort of, like, 8-bit dubstep thing, and I didn't really know what I was doing. This was back in my FL days.
I remember one of your tracks had something to do with ice cream, and it was really, really, like...
Oh, yeah. That one's intense.
intense, yeah.
Oh,
It's
the
like,
ice cream chase. Yeah,
The
yeah.
Great Ice Cream Chase or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
And my tracks weren't even, like, proper 8-bit tracks. They just kind of, like, have 8-bit in them.
Oh yeah, me neither. I was like sampling like
Yeah.
stuff that was
I
not
think if I was
even-
going to do it again, I'd make them, like, more authentic.
Yeah, more proper, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you could kind of decide, and I think everyone will probably decide maybe, and I think that's okay if everyone does sort of a different thing, but
Yeah.
that one was, we added a lot of percussion, we added some samples and stuff, but
Yeah.
it'd be cool to do like legitimate 8-bit.
Yeah. So let's actually do that. I feel like we've talked about this concept like 3 times on this show. So we should do it. So we got Collaborate 8, we've got Collaborate Bit Volume 2.
Yep.
That'll be the working
Collaborate
title.
bit dose.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll have to start playing around with that.
Or Collabor 16.
Collabor
Yeah.
16.
Collabor 16.
Collabor 64-bit.
Or-
Collabor 64.
Which is just normal.
God.
it's just normal music. It's just that's so fun.
Well, you know, we're not really doing much now in terms of, collaborative projects. So I feel like we should get on that
Yeah, I
as,
agree.
as soon as,
Yeah.
And before we start, I guess, forgetting about it and just leaving
Yeah.
it forever. We should.
Well, I don't want to promise anything, but I mean, like a good fall time release would be awesome. Like
Yeah.
September.
I agree.
October.
I would like another release out this year. I
Yeah, me
definitely
too.
think
Yeah,
we
I'd
could do
love
it.
Me too.
The only thing I've got right now is that my day job right now takes up so much of my time, and I love doing what I do. I'm in the middle of an intense theater apprenticeship, and right now we're in the process of like collaborating essentially to write our own one-act play, and that's going to be taking up a lot of my time. But I know anytime after September 1st. I will suddenly have a lot of free time.
Well, that leaves you with about a month.
Guys, did you just hear that?
What?
Did you hear? Did
I hear what?
Revving of an engine for like 30 seconds.
I didn't
I
notice
don't
it.
think so.
Okay, you'll probably hear it on the recording.
Okay.
Okay, sorry if I interrupted with laughter.
No,
I
no,
thought
you're
everyone
good.
was hearing that.
I thought you were laughing at Jack.
No,
That's what I thought.
sorry. If that
No,
was
you're
very
good.
rude laughter.
No.
It's just-
No, I
It
understand.
was really funny. This car just like pulled up and like revved its engine for like 20 or 30 seconds. I don't know why. I live like right on a busy street, so like you just never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah. Oh, that's real. But yeah, we actually all managed to come together and agree on plot points and such, and I'll be doing sound design for it, and I'm really excited for it. But yeah, that'll be kind of my life from now until September, and then on top of that, I'm understudying in one of the shows at the theater as well. So I'll be busy. But in my in-between time, yes, let's work together. Yes, let's collaborate on another 8-Bit album. Let's do that hip-hop album. Let's do all these things. I just might not be able to contribute as much as I'd like.
Well, anything is good. I mean, you only contributed one track this time, and it was a killer
Right.
track, so
Yeah.
it's fine.
Welcome to the new portion of the show, which we're calling Future Shit, where we essentially play works in progress, just showcasing some things we've been working on. And the three of us each have some tracks to play here, so I'll go ahead and play a track of mine. This is actually something I was putting together for Up Late, but I kind of... I came to the conclusion that it was just not the right feel for it, but it still turned into...
Oh yeah, I remember that song.
Banger.
Banger. Late night banger, they mate. It's a wee bit of a banger.
Yeah, I think I remember this actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is cool.
I remember it's like it was too upbeat for the album. That was the problem.
Yeah.
Well, I told Jack, I was like, we need some more bangers on this.
Yeah, I took it a little too literally.
Yeah, I like this one.
Did he just say, "Ooh, I'm gonna fuck good"? Is that what he just said?
Yes.
What?
It sounds like he said, "Ooh, I'm gonna fuck good."
Yeah, I hear that too, dude.
What?
Yeah, plain as day.
When?
Like, throughout the song.
Man, that synth is really fucking bounced off the walls.
Yeah.
Yeah, whoa! This is
Welcome
like
to
the
the club,
equivalent of
ladies
having a
and
sugar
gentlemen.
high. Like, first thing in the morning. Oh my god.
No, it's like on the floor, good looking.
Ooh, I'm gonna fuck her.
No, on the floor, dude. On the floor.
I don't know, dude. I gotta go listen again. Oh, here we go. It's coming back.
It sounds like a, "Ooh, I'm gonna fuck her."
Gonna fuck her. Yeah,
No!
Yeah, it's "I'm gonna fuck her."
Gonna
ooh,
fuck
bum.
her.
Yeah, it is.
Stop.
I'm gonna fuck her bum. That's what it is.
Oh dear. So I guess we've discovered yet another reason why this wasn't put on.
I love it.
Honestly, I guess I need to pay more attention to when I chop things. First I keep making things that sounds like, oh, eat donkey ass, and now it's like, oh, I'm gonna fuck. Good lord.
You just subconsciously make really dirty songs.
God.
Gonna fuck her.
I'm gonna fuck her
That's
bum.
not what he's saying, though, is the thing. I don't believe there's any expletives in that song, with the
Well,
exception...
you made them. You made them.
You somehow created it. Not created a monster.
No.
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 Well, that was fun.
Yeah, that was fun. So I'll have to play with that some more. Maybe get it to sound less suggestive Anyway, Steve, what do you
I
got?
like it. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like it.
Okay, it's Steve
Yes.
next, right?
Yes.
The working title is 8 a.m. on Sunday. I'm not sure why, but
Nice.
it's pretty simple. I haven't built too
Nice.
much onto it yet today, but I just
What
made
did you
this
sample
today.
here?
I am sampling. let me look that up. I've already forgotten. Okay, so there's this Simon Pegg movie called Absolutely Anything, and the theme song is by Roger Taylor, and it's actually it's really neat, and so I just chopped it up.
I thought I recognised the voice. Of course,
Yeah,
it's
yeah, he's got a very particular voice.
I couldn't make anything suggestive out of that, Steve.
No,
so
there's nothing.
congratulations.
I don't have a dirty brain like Jack,
Oh,
or I have a dirty brain, but it's not as subconscious as Jack's.
clearly.
Right, that sounded good.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, Dom, you've got a couple of them here, actually.
3 actually.
Shit.
3.
All right.
Yeah. Basically, a bit of backstory. I'm sampling VHS tapes at the moment, so like old adverts, random programs that have been recorded on these old tapes. I'm sampling them and just using the samples, and it's interesting because I've been sampling vinyl for the past few years, and you get into a certain mode with that kind of sampling because you've got so much stuff to work with, and you can afford to get longer samples and create the kind of stuff that I created on Crate Odyssey, where everything's kind of the samples are quite long and they link together and they're kind of like not choppy. But with this, adverts are notoriously short, concise, and the kind of samples you can get from them are very different. So the majority of the samples I've gotten are really short samples. So the music I'm making from them is much choppier than what I'd normally make. So it's interesting for sure.
All right.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah. Oh, this is so sick. How many hours of VHS have you gone through to get this stuff? This is good.
God, tens of hours so far, and I've still got loads more to go through.
Lord.
Oh, that's cool.
You've got this wonderful spirit that seems to come over, and I'm sure everybody can be like this. We can all get it if we look for it. It's there inside us.
What like era are these VHSs from? Like the 90s or?
Yeah, so this first track samples early 90s stuff.
Yep.
It's pretty
That's-
hard
that's
stuff.
pretty cool.
It's pretty hard to find stuff that's that old. So I was pretty lucky there. Yeah, that's the first track. Next.
All right.
This one's kind of later, like mid-2000s era stuff.
All right.
So far, I like the outros on both the tracks the
Yeah.
best.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's one of the only times I've ever worked in 7/8 time on a track.
Yeah, interesting. I didn't
Nice.
notice
Yeah.
that, but that's awesome. Third one?
Yeah.
Yep. This one is pretty recent, just a few days ago.
All right.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Look at those vocals.
Yeah, that's definitely got a pogo vibe to it.
Yeah, it does a bit, doesn't it?
Yeah. No, not in a bad way though. It's nice.
Yeah, that's it. That's
That was cool.
everything.
I like
Right.
those a
So
lot.
so you're gonna be making something out of all that, right? Like you're gonna
Oh, yeah.
make an album or an EP or something out of this, right?
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what it'll be yet. An EP at the very least, hopefully an album. I've got some pretty good ideas, and I've still got loads of samples to go through and stuff. So I'm
Sweet.
pretty sure, you know, I could make a lot of tracks like this in a pretty short span of time.
All right.
Because like I've only been through like 5 or 6 tapes so far, and I've still got like another 20 to go through after that.
Oh, damn.
So
Okay.
yeah, lots of potential there. Lots of
Excellent.
potential.
Excellent. I hope you keep on with that, because that's cool stuff.
I definitely will.
Good.
Nice.
Nice.
All right, so I think we're going to wrap up the show right there. I want to thank everybody for joining us again. This is CollaboRadio, episode number 4.
Thank you, Steve.
So we're going to go around the table and just do a quick round of plugs. I guess for me, just check, look up ThinkFishTank on SoundCloud, YouTube, all that stuff, Bandcamp, thinkfishtank.com, and definitely go to our new website, collaboratemusic.com. I will be putting up a new YouTube video soon for Perfume On,
Excellent.
which I still have to actually work on, but that will be up
Soon.
pretty soon, so keep your eyes out for that. I'm going to hopefully have that out pretty soon. I'm just cutting it up at the moment. All right,
Wonderful.
Dom, you want to go next?
Yeah. All my links are on the Collaborate Music website, but to be more specific, SoundCloud is Riverman125, Bandcamp Riverman Music, Twitter Riverman_, YouTube Riverman125. And that's everything, I think,
Excellent.
more or less.
All right. And you can find all of my stuff at soundcloud.com/Jawka or at youtube.com/JawkaJabberwock. And I've got lots of... I'm kind of drowning in works in progress right now in terms of just like things that are happening, albums that are maybe happening, and things will happen. I just don't know when they're going to happen. But yeah, you can find all the stuff there. And of course on the
Soon.
Collaborate website. Soon. Yes.
Soon.
All right.
.jpeg.
Yes.
That's right.
Oh, let it haunt your nightmares. All right. Let's roll in that outro music now then.
Roll the fucking outro. Wait,
Yes.
I don't normally swear, do I? Roll the outro. That was really aggressive.
All right. Thanks for joining us, everyone.
Just roll the fucking outro. I'm sick of it.